Hello! How you guys doing? All right, so we are live at the shop. Well, it goes live and there's a delay. It gives us a buffer zone just in case we're not late to my own party. I was here on time. I was actually 2 seconds early. So how you guys doing? So I guess Ty, should we go back through the chat and see what everybody's been saying about me? I was taught to always be early.
All right. Honestly, I was skimming it. I was giving her a skim.
Late to his, yeah. No, we're actually here on time. All right, boys. So hopefully the live stream is of good quality today with all the random crap in the shop, just kind of hanging out. And chicken nuggets or tenders? Probably tenders. I feel like tenders have more of a chance of being real than nuggets. So somebody said swap the drivetrain from the S14 into the Mustang. So I guess we'll talk about the S14 for a little bit.
Yeah,
for a second.
So we're trying to structure this so it's not all over the place and crazy.
Oh, Ty doesn't want it unstructured and all over. Yeah. I guess I should just point it at Ty. How about that? We'll
start with the plans for the Mustang, the drift car builds.
Ty's gonna try to. If you guys haven't went to motionontv.com and got yourself entered to win a WWWX, you guys are sleeping. But anyhow,
you got like 2 weeks left.
2 weeks left, and yeah, we. I thought was that an order I heard, Ty?
No, if I get them, I got my notifications on them.
Yeah, I don't know. If you hear a little beep, that means somebody ordered something, which we haven't heard that in like freaking what, like 30 minutes, 30 minutes or something like that.
We got to order earlier,
but yeah, guys. So the S14, we kind of the plan is with that. A lot of people have been talking to me about it. I honestly kind of thought about selling it a couple months ago, and I kind of made a little for sale post, just as a joke on the Instagram story. And a lot of people were like actually kind of interested in it, which was kind of funny. So I decided not to sell it. I feel like that's just it's one of them like staple cars of like, that was one of my first major builds on YouTube. It's been all over the country with me. It's just a cool car and I really like it and I want to keep it around. I'm a little bit bored with the paint job on it right now. Like I like it, but at the same time, it's been the same exact car for 6 years and I just want to update it a little bit. So I think it'd be really cool to throw a 4-cylinder back in it. So I'm actually kind of thinking about swapping a K-Series in it. So like a K24, because I'm a freaking Honda boy. So throw a K24 in there, make like 600 horsepower in a rear-wheel drive drift car. I think that'd be super sick. And then for the Mustang, so the 2JZ Mustang, probably one of the most things that people said in the last like video of the Mustang was to put a Barra in it, swap a Barra in it. And I thought that was, I've had that idea for a long time. And then just in the past about month and a half, this whole Mustang thing has kind of, became a thing again. And because of the Drift Week. So the Drift Week thing, we'll get into that here in a little bit if you guys have any questions. But basically, I've had this EcoBoost automatic Mustang sitting around for almost 2 years now. I bought it January of 2018. And it's been done since March of 2018, and it's been sitting around this whole time. So the plan tonight is we were actually going to pull the engine on it and start mocking up a 1J that I have sitting around. But then I decided, well, actually I didn't decide. I lost some paperwork for the rebuilt from salvage title inspection to actually get the title converted from a salvage title into a rebuilt from salvage title into my name to where I could actually register it. And before I pull it all apart and make the horn not work and make everything not work correctly in it probably, I just wanted to get it, get all that stuff done before then. And then, so I think that the idea is to kind of pull the engine out of the S14, the drift car. I did kind of want to do it in the Supra, but at the same time as like, I don't want to tear that thing apart just yet. The drift car, it makes sense because I've been kind of bored of it for a little while. We'll kind of refresh it, do a couple little things to it, and kind of go from there. So I think the 2J is going to be super sick. I think just, having a 2J in the Mustang is just going to sound super cool. When you pop the hood, it's like a huge engine bay. There's going to be plenty of space. I'll try to make it as clean as I possibly can. As simply clean. I'm not going to go freaking insane with it and, buy like a $3,000 intake manifold and stuff like that. But it's going to work really well. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think it's going to have hopefully it gets a lot of attention, and hopefully it kind of reignites my my passion for like drifting, and you know, because I just haven't really felt that like uniqueness, you know, like coolness of going to the track and like showing off your car and, you know, making all kinds of cool sounds. So yeah, Ty is full time with Motion Auto for now. I seen that one thing. He's been full time for basically about a year now, so he helps me a lot around you know, the shop, helping me work on the cars, helping me film videos, helping me edit videos, do a lot of stuff with the giveaway, the merchandise, you know, shipping stuff. I mean, he's kind of like an all around freaking guy for the most
Jack
part.
of all trades, master of none.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
In a way, yeah.
that's pretty much what it is. I mean, it's always nice to kind of have a sidekick. Where is David? So if David hasn't been around on the channel recently a whole lot because he basically got his own shop, it just got to the point to where having 2 YouTube channels in this same shop, trying to work on cars and do big crazy builds with like one lift, just wasn't making sense. So, you know, David was a part of officially a part of the shop like 4 years ago, and then he ended up moving out of town for, I think it was like 2 years or something like that, when he had a job at Cummins. So I basically had the shop all to myself at that time, and then David came back, and I was kind of exchanging help in the shop for him, like helping me on my builds and stuff. And he always had his channel, and then his builds just started kind of escalating and getting bigger and bigger and stuff. And it just didn't make sense to kind of have us both trying to do that in the same space. So he ended up getting his own shop and moving out and doing that. So he's been doing you know, lots of big and crazy builds on his own channel. And so if you guys want to go check that out, it's Junkyard Dave. But yeah, that's pretty much why Dave hasn't been around. He stops by all the time, but it's just not typically like when we're filming, and he doesn't really like step in and help me out with the projects like he used to, just because he obviously has his own builds to do. So why not go with the hot? So Dylan sent a $1.99 super chat, so I appreciate that, Dylan. Why not go with the Hotline Performance Angle Kit? So the Hotline Performance Kit, I think it's like $2,800, and that's just kind of a lot of money for an angle kit. Shane, I've been talking to him quite a bit. He has a YouTube channel. He has the LS swapped S550 Mustang drift car, like full like Pro 2 style build, and he actually designed his own angle kit, and he's basically coming out with his own angle kit. He has his own tubular arms, and he actually threw his knuckle into like a CAD design, and is gonna have him cut out a billet of aluminum here in a little bit. And so I'm talking with him about doing a kit with him. I talked to the guys at Hotline Performance, and they kind of didn't want to work with me, on anything as far as that stuff. So I just kind of was like, well, let me see if I could, kind of help a homie out, that's willing to help me. So, but oh, look at the Salvage Boys. How you guys doing? So Turbo Texan sent a $1.99 super chat. I appreciate that. He says race the Grinch. So I would, I would say that's in the plan.
Next race season, that's definitely.
Yeah,
probably a possibility. Yeah.
For sure. Hanging out with the Booster Boys and going to the track, with Garrett and Cletus, they're just it just makes sense for kind of everybody. It's a lot of good content. It's a lot of good fun. I've made really good friends with Brent and Jamie from PFI, as well as Kyle, Emilio, and Roman from the Booster Boys, and even Hayden and Wyatt from Meticulous and Wyatt from Sketchy DA. Just made friends with all of them guys and have had a lot of fun just hanging out with them, in state, out of state. It's kind of funny because we've actually hung out with Hayden and Wyatt. I don't think we've actually hung out with them in Colorado. It's always been in other states and stuff.
Houston and stuff. And then
yeah, it's always been at Cletus and Cars.
Yeah. Both events.
But yeah, super cool dudes, and I love being on the track with them and hanging out and kind of have that friendly rivalry of stuff. So yeah. BMW wagon updates. I actually just sent the deposit today for all of the parts from the junkyard for the BMW. So that stuff should be coming within the next week or so, and I'll start kind of working on that. Dylan sent a super chat. I appreciate that. He says, I have a 19 GT. How much will that kit be? I have a 19 GT. How much will that kit
like
be?
The Mustang, the angle kit.
Oh, like the angle kit. So I'm not sure. Shane hasn't actually came out. He wasn't sure if he was even going to sell them. He was just kind of doing it just to kind of, I guess, step up his game as far as, fabricating skills and all that stuff. But, we'll see. If the kit works out really well, I'll probably convince him to try to sell them, and I'll try to help push them. that's kind of leading into one other thing, is he was actually 3D printing the like the knuckle and some of the other like suspension mounts and stuff like that. And I've felt kind of stagnant in like my personal like, I guess, knowledge or like learning over the past like year or so. Like I felt like I would just like to progress into something else. So getting a 3D printer and being able to learn how to program stuff in CAD and do stuff like that, I think would it would be a lot of fun. So the Salvage Boys actually sent a $10 super chat, so I appreciate that. Shout out to the Salvage Boys. I seen one of their videos come across my thing the other day. I think they're buying salvage cars and doing some other stuff like that.
I personally haven't seen their stuff, honestly.
I seen them comment something the other day, or it was probably like 2 months ago, I think. And then I went and I just scrolled past it, but I forget what they're doing. But shout out to the Salvage Boys for the super chat. I want to be boosted. Send a super chat. He said, just because I like your channel and want to see more. Well, I appreciate that. So yeah, it ain't pizza, but it will do. I think the Salvage Boys, I think those are the guys that sent
the Boosted Boys, like all the
Boosted Boys, like 30 pizzas or something like that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
That's right.
What's up, guys? Crown Vic video was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone asked if we want to sell it. He's in Florida.
Does anybody want to buy the Crown Vic?
Actually, somebody DM'd us on Instagram.
So Casey Van Veckhoven, whatever happened to the motorhome? So that was a super chat, and so can you grab me one too, please? The motorhome, the RV on the side of the shop that sat there for literally like 2 years, 3 years. I bought it in 2016, and I just recently sold it. So it was just kind of was too big of a project to where it was one of those things where if I pulled it in the shop, it was going to be in here for a little while, I felt like, and I just didn't want to dedicate like that much time to something that big that would take up that much space for a while. No, Ty got me the water, but yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, it's kind of a relief just because it's one of them things where you just have this big, like, ominous, like, project hanging over your head to where you feel bad buying other ones because they're just this huge one sitting on the side of the shop.
When do you feel bad about buying projects?
I mean, today I was actually looking at.
Today was the only day I kind of supported the possible buy, and someone actually mentioned it. They said, "Why not do the American Barra?" And we were actually looking at options for an American Barra today.
Yeah, so
if you guys aren't familiar with that whole.
Yeah, the American Barra, the Vortec 4200. So that was actually on my radar for a while. Mm-hmm. And I've slightly looked into it, but it has one of those like styrofoam aluminum blocks to where like if you look at the block, it looks like a freaking.
It's like low pressure cast.
It looks like one of them coolers you buy at the gas station. Like that's what it is, but it's out of aluminum. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I just felt like they couldn't really hold a lot of power. Motor Trend and Tony Angelo over there, they just did a video on their whole thing where it's like, you know, where they charge you to watch it. They released the numbers, so they made like 400 horse and 400 torque at 7 pounds of boost.
That was like on an HX55 or something, I think? Yeah,
it was on some whole set turbo or something like that. But yeah, so I don't know. I think that there's too much development in that right now. I was actually on Facebook Marketplace and I was messaging two people today. I found one for $300 and I found one for $700, a whole GMC Envoy with the engine and everything in it. And I would basically take it and just turbo it in that chassis and play around with it for a little while just to kind of get a feel for that engine and see if it's actually worth anything. But I think that is a good idea, and that's something that I've been kind of wanting to do. And I was actually talking to some other people about some Barras today too. So there's lots of options on the table, and yeah. So a lot of people have said do like an RB. So the other thing about the RB is they just don't have as much displacement. And in order to get like a good RB, you have to get like an R33 or like an R34, like RB26. And then if you're gonna do that,
expensive. They're
just really expensive. They're like $6,000 for just the engines. All the turbos are trashed on them. You have to buy standalone ECUs. You just gotta go not the whole 9 yards. Whereas I'm really familiar with the JZ stuff. Obviously, I've had it. I've had really good luck with it, and I think it would, just because of the time constraints of the project, I think the JZ is kind of the way to go for now. So Neil just sent a super chat.
There's one before that. We'll come back to his real quick. So the one guy asked about the Datsun. So people have been asking about the Datsun for a while. So I think it needs addressed. It was.
Adrian Cetos. He said Datsun plans. So the Datsun, it's my great grandma's car, and it's gonna be a forever car for me. And I'm just not ready to just like take it to kind of where the Supra is, and that's kind of the plan. Is like almost a SEMA style build with that car. And I'm just not ready for that right now. Like I kind of have the Supra for that I've just recently did, and so I'd like to do that with the Supra, with the Datsun, but just not right now. It looks like you're prioritizing projects for 2020. Are we going to see a little more structure and focus this year? Proud supporter, been great watching the channel grow for the past 3 to 4 years. So I would definitely say we've been trying to get more structure in it. I would say the Civic is a good example of how I would kind of like to structure the builds and do the builds over the next year, where it's like...
Yeah, the Civic build worked really well for us. I mean, it did really well on the channel, and I think you guys really enjoyed it. We pretty much came in with a plan, and I mean, it was probably the first build I'd say we just spent money on. Which is kind of scary going into.
Other than my drift car.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of spent money on the drift, but the chassis was already dialed. I spent money on the engine.
So the Civic, we're like, okay, we're doing this K-Series, and we're doing all-wheel drive, and we're just doing it. And so we did that, and it did really well, and it seemed to be like a good tester, I guess, for us to see how the cost versus reward was on like a build like that. So that's always kind of the scary part. Going into a build.
It's always scary having like a $20,000 Civic, like just in parts, and then you keep blowing it up. So the other super chat was, where did that one go? Hold on, let me scroll. How about the DS? What was there's like a $4 one in there.
Samuel said next project should be a Baja Runner or a rock collar.
So I really want to. So many ideas. Like my brain is just like I'm on Facebook Marketplace all day. I'm scrolling. There's too many projects. But I really want to put the OM606 in like an XJ, or like a not XJ, like a.
I don't know what they are. The chassis.
No. Hold on.
CJ?
Not the CJ.
No, that's too old.
What the hell? I'm trying to think. Basically the 2-door Wrangler, because they have the AX15 trannies in there and they make an adapter plate. There's another super chat. He said, "How about the DSM or the 5.0 Stings?" So the DSM is kind of lost interest in it, and just it's kind of being silly, so I just kind of didn't mess with it. Todd Ford said, but the Civic brakes a lot, and so I wanted to address that just because. The Civic does brake a lot, but at the same time, I'm kind of pushing the envelope on a lot of stock parts that not a lot of people are willing to do or kind of go through the process of showing you. And I feel like it's probably one of those things where companies have done it and they've blown stuff up, but they really haven't had the reach or, to be able to kind of educate people and be like, okay, this is kind of how far you could push stuff, and then everybody gets to the point where they break rods and then they just go forged internals, and to the moon. Whereas with that, it was like, okay, well, let's just replace the rods. And then we went to, we kept pushing it. But then the other thing and it gave me a warning sign, is I should have just put valve springs, retainers, and different valves in it. So I should have listened to the car. I didn't listen to it, and that's why it broke this last time. But as far as I know, the bottom end was 100% solid and was completely okay with what I was doing with it. So Steve Lowe said, "Just love the channel and supporting my Colorado car, guys. Thanks, appreciate that."
Steve's actually the guy who won our first Milwaukee giveaway.
Oh yeah, Steve. Yeah, so we met him at Bandamere.
Yeah.
At what was that? It wasn't Streetcar Takeover. It was Streetcar Takeover. So yeah, when we did the Milwaukee giveaways in the giveaway for I think it was a Supra, he ended up winning the Milwaukee Ratchet. So BK Racer FPV GSX plans. If not, can we see DSM in future? So there was actually.
Oh gosh. Do not get Trevor on a DSM kick.
So I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and there was a GSX, a 98 red GSX, pretty clean. I had some issues, and I messaged him. I clicked the button that said, "Is this still available?" So, I mean, things are getting pretty serious, I guess. I didn't reply, but no, actually I did. I gave him a little bit of a low ball, and then that was about it. Yes, DSM plans. We were kind of thinking about an Evo. I've been thinking about an Evo since I sold my Evo. And the one thing I've really been looking at is like the Evo Evo 10s, the MRs with like the dual clutch tranny, just because to me that's like, I think that sounds really cool for a daily driver. So I really like my Saab, but I don't really want to put a whole lot of effort into it. And I think an Evo would probably do decent on the channel, and having the dual clutch would be cool because it's still fun to drive because you're like, and you can like pull the gears and they shift really quick, and but also not, I don't know, not boring, but also not.
This gives you kind of options. Like when you
It-
want to
well,
drive it, you can drive it, and you want to just jump in and
Well,
be
so
lazy, you can be lazy.
today I went to Taco Bell and I bought them freaking chicken stick finger, the chicken finger,
Rolled chicken
the rolled
tacos.
chicken tacos.
Yeah.
And I was like driving and I had like one of them in my hand and I was like shifting, and then I had the sauce over here and I was just like shifting and like dipping, and it yeah, so I just decided that you know, maybe an auto would be kind of nice sometimes. So what happened to the OM606? So the OM606 is still actually outside, just kind of hanging out and chilling. So I just haven't really decided what exactly to put that in. So if you do an Evo, you should consider working with the I Crave Boost fam. Yeah, so Nicole and Schiller up there, those are
Yeah,
cool
we
people.
know them pretty close. They've always offered to help us with Evos, or if like there's one we're interested in Denver.
Yeah, so every time I see like a sketchy one on like
it's
Facebook
decided
Marketplace
to
in
show it.
Denver, I like shoot it over to Schiller over there, and I'm like, hey, he's like, don't buy
He's
that
like,
one.
"Do not
That
buy
one
that."
sucks. And I'm like, okay, so. But what happened to the LS Saab? So it's actually still, the LS Saab is sitting outside the shop, as well as the van, as well as the secret MR2 that I haven't showed you guys, as well as the S14.
As well as the S13.
The S13. What else is out there? The Super Shell. Oh, and the GSX.
GSX.
Shirts off stream. Probably not a shirts off stream. How many vehicles do you own now? I think I have like 24.
Yeah, something like 20. They don't all run and stuff, but Trevor has like 24 cars total.
I mean I'm
So
I'm
that's-
pretty
that's
sure.
What we, that's what
If you get, so Adam is uploading a video today
it's actually
of
up. We just uploaded it.
oh look, we got a freaking $10 super chat. How about an 8 to 9 second new Civic Type R, something you don't see a lot?
It's not expensive.
Man, there's one of those on Facebook Marketplace too. 40 grand
Yeah, they're expensive.
for a Civic Type R. I think that would be a cool daily. Like I think that would be a good replacement
Yeah,
for
I
the
drove.
Saab.
There's one of my buddies in town has one. And I drove it, and it's like it doesn't feel like a front wheel drive car. It feels like an STI or something. It drives like it's on rails. It's crazy.
Best Mazda engine to boost. So I would really like so at the open house for Adam, Jack came in and from HP Logic. So Jack from HP Logic, he came in and he had his NA 3-rotor FD, and like as he pulled in, it just revving it just sounded like a bike.
It sounded like a street bike,
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounded like a crotch rocket. And best car you took to Gapplebee's. What's probably the best car I've taken to Gapplebee's?
I say the closest one was probably that Hellcat that one time. It was. I mean, it wasn't a fair, but it was pretty.
I don't
It
know.
was like a new Hellcat Charger.
I mean, I've taken a couple
Anything
cars to
else?
Gapplebee's. Probably Tommy FES GTST.
That. How about you got walked on that by that thing? Mentioned?
No, I got walked. Right, Tommy? No, Tommy don't got time for this. How did you and Jamie meet? So that's a long story.
Went to
That's
school together.
that's more than a $2 super chat story. That's like a $20 one. Then I'll get into that one. It's just a long story, so I just, you know, need some S13 or S14 in your life, bro. Oh man, I have one S13 and 4 S14s right now. So the Salvage Boy said, we need more subscribers, watch time. Hope we get some from this. Don't judge. YouTube ain't easy, boys.
There's
So
no
that's
wrong there.
that ain't bad. So shout out again to the Salvage Boys. And all I gotta say is about recommendations for anybody like trying to get subscribers and views and all that other type of stuff. Is, I mean, you gotta freaking earn them. Is kind of the way about it. So like, even with this, like the Supra video, like the Supra video is like 13 million views right now, and I felt like I didn't earn them subscribers. I gained like 170,000 subscribers over the past 3 months just specifically because of that video. And I think the Civic video that kind of went a little viral too, I did a 10-minute one on that. But like my watch time for every single one of my other videos and every single one of my actual views, like before that video went crazy, I was getting, 40 to 60,000 views on every one of my videos. Like now that I've had that and I've gained 170,000 subscribers, in the last 30 days, you'd think, oh, now I have this many more people that like come here, or this, at least it would increase the percentage of those people that would come here, and it's like the same amount of people. So it's kind of one of those things. It's definitely a slow process. I've had the channel since freaking 2010, and I mean it took a long freaking time, and then it finally grew and grew and grew, and then even when it seems to explode and go crazy, it seems like most of those people, like 90% of those people, don't stick around. So it's I mean, look at Tommy Ifya, like his channel, he has 180,000 subscribers and he gets 40 to 60,000 views, which is exactly what I get. Same with Jimmy Oaks. So Jimmy Oaks has what, 250?
Jimmy's been crushing it lately.
Yeah, Jimmy's been killing it. So his videos are doing like 70 to 80,000,
really well.
And it's like, I technically almost have double the subscribers of both of them, but my videos still do this amount of views. And if you look at even, obviously since we were at the, the LZ's open house hanging out with all the YouTubers, we were talking a lot about YouTube and stuff like that. And like David Patterson, that's a crazy example. I mean, he has 1.1 million subscribers, and he has videos that'll do like 14,000 views, which is just absolutely nuts. And it's just crazy, and then he'll have some that do 30 to 40, but I mean his videos aren't killing it like they used to. So yeah, I see any chance of hitting car shows or IFO in Cali. Probably some car shows and stuff around here locally in Colorado. Probably do a lot of stuff at Bandimere, like the import face, not the import face off, streetcar takeovers. Reliant Snake said, "You see Civics bring the views. Just think Type R Civic to the channel. I follow Boosted Boys and PFI just for them videos." Yeah, I mean, I think the Civic Type R is like a car that I could actually be like super interested in as well. I mean, I'd like to actually go see one. If I did one, I'd do a wrecked one. There's obviously no way that I would go out and just buy like a brand new car at at the dealership or whatever, or like almost buy one that's actually of normal value on Craigslist. Like it's weird. Like my mentality has always been to that. Like me and Ty were talking about it the other day, of like not going out and buying a brand new car. So it's crazy because like the Audi is technically worth like 80 grand, but like, and I paid a lot of freaking money for it, but it wasn't 80 grand. And it's crazy that the amount of money that I paid for the Audi, I could have almost went and bought like a brand new truck. Like not necessarily like a Lariat or a loaded one, but I could have bought like a brand new, like straight off the lot. But I bought literally a blown up Audi off of Craigslist for it. And so it's just kind of weird. Pretty much everything that I buy, I could always sell it for more money, kind of no matter what. And that's kind of how I get to this, how I've got into a lot of these good situations with stuff, is to where I don't lose money on projects. Whereas I feel like a lot of people, the Civic would be a great example of a car that I would lose money on. But I was able to make some money on the content of it and that side of things. So it's, I don't know, pretty much everything is, I try to keep, like 70% value somewhere in there, what it actually is, so I could drive it for like a year or two and like sell it and still make money. Is the shop moving closer to home? So they the shop neighbor, we got the Kick Rocks letter is what we actually did. No, we didn't get the Kick Rocks letter. We got the shop increase. My rent went up. So boys, we need some freaking more. We need some more super chats. All right, that's what we need. But no, yeah, the rent actually went up like $400 a month. Can you believe that? $400 a month. That's a 50% increase. Is that a 50% increase?
I mean, it was.
I mean, technically that's what it was. So my shop rent has been like really cheap, like super freaking cheap, and it just went up. Which it's still cheap compared to like everything else, but now it's like now the shop rent is now more than the mortgage at my house. So it's kind of one of them things where I'm starting to think, I'm like, wow, I kind of, if I'd have built a shop like 6 years ago, at my house, like we wouldn't be having this. I've only been in my house like 2.5 years, but if I built a shop at my house, like that's not too bad. Invest in your own homie. I'd like to invest. So this is a tape ball right here. I made this one day. Casey Van Veckerhoven, he said, keep the doors open. I appreciate that. We got a $20 super chat from the homies for the
or if you guys want, too, on the next super chats, you can go get you some merch and get entered to the giveaway.
Oh yeah, if you guys get
that way you don't get nothing empty-handed. We always want to provide value to you guys.
If you guys don't want to leave empty-handed, but you want a shout out, freaking motionautotv.com, and if you make a purchase, we'll give you a little shout out on air right now while we're doing a little live stream. So, and you don't go home empty-handed. You don't just get a question answered. You might be able to get a beanie or a hat or some stickers or a Boost Weather hoodie. What else do we got? We don't have anything laying around here. We got the sunglasses. We've only sold, how many pairs of sunglasses we've sold now?
I don't know. I think it's like 20 or so, maybe.
So Casey, the guy who sent the $20 super chat, he said that he's already spent too much money on the giveaway anyhow.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it. Sell that R8 and build your shop. So
Thought about it.
that's definitely been on the radar. Is Patreon. So we do have the patrons. We're at 40 patrons right now, and once we get to 100 patrons, we're gonna do a Me and Ty podcast. So once we do a Me and Ty podcast, we'll let out all the secrets. All the other YouTubers' secrets too. They'll all be in the podcast.
Give it all to you guys, whatever you want to know.
No, we probably won't tell too many of the secrets, but we could probably talk more about stuff. I thought about actually doing. I seen some comments about like me like flipping cars and stuff before, and I thought that was something. The whole Patreon thing is that I really want to be able to add value to it and add value to like your guys' lives and like do something to where, you could actually make money like in your freaking driveway at your house, because that's pretty much exactly what I did, and that's why I got the shop, was because I was overrunning my dad's house, like his shop, like it looked like a freaking used car lot out there. So I think talking about my experiences when I was in high school, because that's pretty much how I was able to like start doing cool stuff was then, and then also talking about how it's all changed now, because it's a completely different market now. You have freaking Facebook Marketplace, you have Craigslist that is now charging you $5 to post your vehicles and stuff. So like there's less stuff on Craigslist, which was where you used to be able to freaking snipe the deals, because people were like, oh, I could just list this car that's $200 on the side of my house. Oh, the Salvage Boys are contractors and they build stuff. So maybe we should do a Salvage Boys and Motion Auto Boys freaking ultimate shop build at my house. So I think right now I could get away with like I don't know. I think like a 50 by 100 shop would be pretty cool, and then like segregate it right down the center and have like a really working on stuff side, and then have like a nicer side where you could park all the cars, and then have like a upstairs where you could do like merch and stuff. That's kind of, maybe 60 by 120, and then if we're gonna do that, what do you think, Ty? Just like an 80 by 150?
Oh, that'd be perfect. Is that like how big that is? It's like what, 7,000 square feet?
Like 80 by 200 or something like that. Your idea on building a viewer's car. So Adrian said OfferUp is another good place to find cars. So one of the things, so as you guys know, we are giving away the 2017 Subaru WRX. In the past, we've gave away like a 2GZ swap to 240. We gave away a F-250, a truck, a trailer, and a car. And then we also gave away a 1995 Toyota Supra. So as far as the car giveaways and stuff goes, I feel like there's so many giveaways. Like they're just freaking everywhere. And when we did our first one, I felt like it was unique and I was really stoked on it. And now like freaking everybody and their cousin and their cousin's cousin, like everybody's doing freaking giveaways, and it sucks because they're just everywhere. And they're giving away like brand new trucks with 20 grand cash and just like, GTR. Everybody's giving away a GTR with bags and wide bodies. So the other thing that we thought that we could do that would make it more unique, and I think that would be really cool for you guys, is to actually, let's say we'd give away like a $15,000 build on a viewer's personal car, or if they want a car, we could purchase that car and build it with the remaining budget. So, you know, let's say somebody's like, oh, okay, I've always wanted like an RB20 or an RB26 swapped S13. It's like, okay, we acquire the car for like $3 to $5 grand or whatever, and then, you know, we buy an RB, we swap it all in there, and then we work up to that budget, you know, and I could bring some sponsors and stuff in to kind of offset some of that stuff. But I think that would be super sick to be able to actually build a viewer's car, you know, even if they have a boosted Chrysler LeBaron. We could maybe build Freddie's LeBaron. Do you think we should build Freddie's LeBaron?
If he wins and he wants us
I mean, if Freddie has a LeBaron and he wants us to freaking build it and put like 15 grand to it, like imagine a LeBaron with 15 grand into it. Like, I don't even know what you'd have to do. I mean, we'll just.
It is kind of like Pimp My Ride, I guess.
I mean, it would.
I actually think of it more as like an overhauling.
Yeah, it would be like an overhauling or like a Pimp My Ride. You know, and it could be like a dream car build for a lot of people, because it's like somebody said, how about a nice 1JZ FC RX-7? You know, that's another thing. It's like, literally, we could go buy an RX-7 on Craigslist for $2 grand, you know, and then have a remaining like 13 grand to put into it. And I think it would also be a lot better story too. It's not like, oh, this freaking car, you know, we're giving it away and like you guys don't care about it. It's like, you know, you get to meet the guy, you go pick it up in his garage, meet him and his family and all that stuff, you know, pick all the boxes off of it, you know, that's sitting, it's probably like, oh, look at this, we got a $22.62 order. Who was it?
Mikey Padilla.
Mikey Padilla, really appreciate that. So, but yeah, so we'd actually be able to get a super sick story out of, you know, building their car and get their reaction and just, I mean, be able to actually do it for some people, because some people can't. And I think, ooh, we got $37.22. Who was it? Nick Deppin. So we just got an order on Motion. They just got themselves entered to win on MotionTV.com. So I thought I answered the super chat. So do the car build before LZ steals the idea. I don't think LZ would steal the idea.
Donald Kane said you ever thought about a 4BT truck car?
A 4BT?
Drift car.
4BTs just don't rev. So if I was gonna do a diesel drift car, I'd do it with the OM606 because they at least rev to like 5,500. Trevor, do a build off with another YouTube channel or with Motion Auto Meticulous Boosted Boys PFI.
We talked about it.
We were actually talking about it. So Cletus is actually doing another build off before the next Cletus and Cars. I think the one that's local to them. So I think it would be. He said that he would include me on that. So I might be included on the next kind of build wars down there in Florida with old Cleater. But I also thought, like, I was talking to Wyatt and Hayden, and I was like, man, if we're gonna do this, I need you guys on my freaking team. I think that would be a super sick team. Like with, you know, I feel like Wyatt just freaking just gets stuff done, and then I feel like Hayden just his you know, fabrication skills and stuff like that, and I think it would be a good collab. So there's a Mercedes turbo diesel swapped C10 here for $500. All right, send me the link. LZ MATV open house collab. I mean, I would say it's not. It's kind of like, it's not like a really collab. Is the open house really isn't like a collab?
It's just like, I think of it as
it's
like
just everybody,
a big meet.
It's like everybody's kind of coming together to like hang out, because it's not really like a collab where it's like oh, we're here working out with TJ Hunt today, go check out his video, check it. It's like we're all just together kind of doing stuff and just like organically hanging out. And you know, I think that the content's really cool, and then, you know, hopefully people are like, you know, in their videos are like, oh, freaking Motion Auto, that guy's freaking cool, or, you know, man, I don't like that Motion Auto guy, I'm not gonna go watch his stuff. But somebody said, what happened to Dave? So I talked about that a little bit ago. So I'll leave the live stream. After this, I'm probably not gonna leave the live stream up. I'll probably set it to private or unlisted, and then I'll share the link on my my creator page or whatever, just because I think that the live stream stuff kind of hurts your channel, just because it's technically counted as a video, and then it sees this video that didn't do really well, so it's like, oh, Trevor's videos suck, let's keep people away from them for like a week or so. So I don't want that to happen, so I'm gonna hide the video, but it will be listed on the little creator studio or whatever on the side. So, but yeah. Was it his fault the Magnum fell off the lift? I don't know. You'll go watch his video. Ooh, we got another order from Motion Auto TV for
John
$18.88 from John Erickson. I appreciate the order, sir. What did he order? What did he buy?
I think you got a beanie.
Ooh, what kind of beanie? Did he get a leather patch beanie?
I don't know. One guy ordered a Stitch beanie, and one guy I think just ordered a leather beanie. So
Yeah, maybe. I mean, hopefully you guys are just this.
Trying to give you guys some options. It's just
Yeah,
it's hard to.
it is freaking hard. Oh, look,
You a lot.
there's John Erickson. Thank you. RB Swap, the drift stang. Wouldn't that be like hilarious if one of the guys that was in this live stream, like won the car?
I mean, that'd be tight.
I mean,
means he's a
that
supporter,
would be
they're-
tight.
they're homies.
So I feel like we've been really fortunate. Everybody who's actually won the giveaways has been, pretty much a viewer. Like they're pretty stoked on us in the shop, and it seems like they've been following us for a while. So, what are your thought on eWorks? I think you've bought a couple blocks from them, but I can't remember for sure. I don't really have any experience with them, so.
What do they do?
That's the shop that Colton got that engine from.
Oh.
They do. I know they do a lot of K series stuff. They do a lot of Honda stuff, but I've never personally dealt with them on anything. So, bear the Mustang, Trevor. I would like to bear the Mustang. Ooh, we got another order for $18.96.
Jacob Wisniewski.
So Jacob Wisniewski, what did you order?
He got him a leather patch beanie.
Oh, you got a leather patch beanie.
Appreciate
Wow.
that, yeah.
Ooh, we got another $27.88. What did he order?
Samuel Hetchin. He got some interior detailer, so he's gonna have a clean car.
Samuel Hetchin, you got some interior detailer, and you're gonna have a freaking clean car. Was it the Clean King or was it the?
King, yeah.
Oh, dude, the clean.
we got Mr. Wyatt himself in the chat here. What's up, bud?
What is?
We were just talking about
What
you.
is Whit saying?
He said, "What's up, bitches?"
Oh,
Because it's Wyatt.
because it's Wyatt. Yeah, we
use his other tagline.
Yeah. Oh, somebody just messaged me about my '89 240 SX I have for sale on Craigslist, saying, "Is it still available?" I don't know. What do you think I should? What do you think I should? Oh man, I'm getting hot. We need to
Let's
turn.
turn this
Yeah,
down.
turn it to you because I'm freaking.
Yeah.
We have like a little heater in the shop, and it
Just
just
the office doesn't have a heater.
the office doesn't have an heater. You know, Ty, I think I'm getting a little tired. Should we take a little? No, I thought.
I think we're doing good. We're
I-
answering some good questions. We got some good conversations.
No, there's a way. I thought there was a way to do like an ad break in here. That would have been funny. But like, all right, guys, hold on, we'll be right back, and we'll do a little ad break. The Iron Assassin works great. So the Iron Assassin, you guys have a mint '89 S13 240SX. Second owner, first owner was older lady, garage kept. Lady cried when I bought it. It's so stock, perfect candidate. I made good always from starting the build. That's if it starts. All right.
I mean, that just got to start, man.
Sean Brown. So Sean Brown, I hope if you get yourself entered on Emotional TV on our next giveaway, you might be able to win a build, and we'll be doing. I don't know what the budget should be. Should the budget be like?
So all of the cars we've done in the past have been about like an actual cash value around 15 to 20 grand. So it'll probably be somewhere around there.
Yeah. So probably between 15 and 20 grand is what the build. And we just got a freaking big dog order. So $72. We just got a $72 order on the Motion
Anthony
Auto.
Rutherford, he got him a couple T-shirts, so appreciate that.
Yeah, Anthony, appreciate that. And then we got another one for $34.
Peas and cream.
And what was that one? Who's that?
I didn't get the notification. Let me go to the app real quick.
He's gonna go to the app. So
We're Jeremy Kitchen. He just got a T-shirt, Fuji shirt. So.
he got the Mountain Fuji shirt. So I appreciate that,
Yeah.
Jeremy. But yeah, I feel like QVC. Too bad,
That is kind of does.
We
see
yeah,
like a
it's-
chick here with like.
yeah, we need like
doing really bad.
like a model, or
Yeah.
we should probably just be better about wearing more of the merch, and then we could be sitting here and be like,
I mean, that's all
as
I
you
wear.
see,
I mean,
Ty,
except this
well,
is
I
not
mean,
mine.
except for that, so
That's
he's
my-
not
that's
wearing
my
our
brother's
hoodie. He's not
Actually-
wearing our hoodie.
I actually
He's
couldn't
not
find
wearing our
my-
hat.
I couldn't find my. This is a Vane Stands hat. This is a sponsor hat. I couldn't find my
Where's-
my Boost Weather hoodie this morning. Actually, I got
Fine.
it's in my car. I gotta look.
Or if you guys want a freaking Boost Weather hoodie, we got them freaking right here.
That's a zip up. Which we do have the zip ups back. So
The zip ups are back, boys.
Trevor did bug me enough to get them back. on
Ah,
there, so
I
we
don't
got-
even
we got
know.
them.
So I feel
I'll be
like
picking them up hopefully tomorrow. So
I am. Ty's picking up a big order. So if you guys haven't got your stuff shipped, it's coming. We try to ship everything out within like 2 to 3 weeks. at the worst case. It's just so hard to keep everything in stock. That's like, you know, you don't want to order like 30 freaking small shirts of one design, and then like
They don't sell.
you have 28 of them left at the end of the thing. So we try to kind of stagger the orders and order up to a certain amount, so we have this much in stock, and then kind of anticipate a little bit more, but not too much. So it's just kind of it's a weird game. Okay.
Wyatt just sent me a Snapchat.
So what did Wyatt say?
He said, "Show this to the fans. I want to see what it's what they want to see." So this is he's gonna get.
That's what Wyatt said.
That's what Wyatt's doing. He said, "Show it to the fans." He said, "This is the content they really want to see."
Wow. We need to get him down here.
Yeah, we do.
All right. So
Yeah.
Wyatt, you need to get down here and help me with my van. We're just gonna swap the 7.3 in it.
Ooh, I think we should do that.
Swap the 7.3 in it in
like
a
a
day.
weekend, like a 2-day 7.3 van build. Ooh,
Oh
let's do
yeah,
that.
yeah. We'll freaking get her done. I mean, it's not really that hard, but I just think it'd
Yeah.
be cool.
That'd be fun. Man.
Maybe we
Let's
could
do
live
that.
stream it and see how many Coronas it takes to swap a 7.3 in a van. That would be that, and have a little Corona counter at the bottom. We'll just have Jamie come down and pick me up, take me home, tuck me in. Ooh, so we got another order for $18.88. That sounds like a beanie.
Dylan Baker, yeah, another leather.
Dylan
patch beanie.
Dylan Baker, man, you're just
Yeah,
getting
those
hooked
might
up.
sell out.
You
Those
got
might
a
go
freak.
well.
Have we sold a lot of leather
We
patch?
sold like quite a bit of them. Yeah, they're.
Ooh, so boys, if did you hear that? You might have to get yourself entered. Get yourself one way before they
So
before
someone
they
asked
sell
about
it.
the Curve Flex Fits. So we aren't restocking the Curve Flex Fits right this second because we had an overstock of hats from the last giveaway, so that's what we've been selling. And in order to do another order through FlexFit, which is what we're gonna do, it's a pretty large quantity, so it just doesn't make sense at this very second.
Yeah.
But
So
we will be getting them back in the future. It's not like they're completely gone forever. So
Samuel Hetchin said, "Can I actually change it to Show Shine Detailer?"
yeah, just send me an email at motionouttv@gmail, just because I'll forget it and I won't know. So send me an email and I'll do it in the morning. I'll change it.
Tyree just got another $35 order. What did he buy?
Jerry Peel, he got him a mountain badge tee. So
Ooh, the mountain badge. That's one of my favorite T-shirts. I really like the mountain badge.
I really like the new long sleeves too. They're really cool.
Yeah,
Those are sick. The new mountain long sleeves.
mountain long sleeves. The freaking sponsor hoodie. I can't wait for
That's
the
cool.
sponsor hoodie.
I mean, we
I
had
can't
the-
wait for the sponsor, freaking zip. Do we have sponsor zip ups? We better. Oh,
Because
you
we had
you
issues with the blanks. Remember,
Ty.
we've had issues with them. They haven't sold that great either. So
It's alright. Datsun, we need. Oh man, I was thinking about the Datsun. The other night. How's Big Dirty? I don't even. I think he sold Big Dirty.
I think Big Dirty's just in California somewhere.
I mean, I hope Big Dirty's in California somewhere, because I mean that's like the field where it's like you send your puppy off, like the daughter, like your kid's like, oh, what happened to the puppy? You're like, oh, we sent him to a farm up north. Freaking Big Dirty's just like freaking chooching in California, like that just makes me happy.
Hey, Wyatt wants to know how the wheel cleaned up.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still.
Yeah,
not-
I don't know.
It's not yet.
We
So-
got a little better. We tried clay barring it and stuff, and Trevor
It
tried
didn't.
getting it off. It's
we got about halfway there, and it still needs it.
this guy was spamming.
Somebody's spamming.
Why am I so slow?
Do you miss? Oh,
Dude,
man.
I just drive a Saab, Jarek. You know that, bud.
I do miss Big Dirty. I miss Big Dirty a lot, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like it's one of them things like Big Dirty taught me so much, and we went through everything. And if I had like a big shop, like if I had a freaking barn and like 40 acres, and like I didn't like need the money from trying to sell that thing or do the giveaway, like I would have just put Big Dirty in the corner on jack stands and like
kept him forever.
kept him forever.
There's no
'cause, like,
better time traveling seat than Big Dirty's back
dude,
seat.
I
It
mean,
is
Big
the
Dirty's
best.
back seat. Talk about some time traveling. We got some time traveling. So if any of you guys see Big Dirty for sale anywhere on the Facebook Marketplace or the Kijiji or in a junkyard or something like that, just freaking shoot me, because I might buy him back. I might be buying.
Yeah. Someone asked Dylan Baker. He's actually ordered a beanie from us. So thank you, Dylan. But he also asked, "Will you be going to Vegas Drift next year?"
So Vegas, I'll probably just be, man, I don't know how far I'm gonna travel for drifting, other than really freaking far when we do the Drift Week road trip. So, Drift Week road trip is happening late so somebody just ordered $111 worth of things. What did they buy?
Rory just ordered a Boost Weather hoodie and a long sleeve. And he's probably international, given probably the
Yeah, the shipping.
shipping. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Let's see. He is international. He's actually
I feel bad for
he's
the
actually in down under. He's in Australia, so we appreciate
Ooh.
that, man. That's
man. We need a
we
Barra.
do, we do ship to
we-
Australia, I know, and it's actually pretty decent.
And the
Once
giveaway,
it
and
gets actually shipped.
so and the giveaway is open to
Pricing, so-
Canada too. I feel like we
It is open to Canada, yeah. So
I feel like we forget to mention that it's freaking open to
it's open to
Canada.
eligible
So.
Canadian residents. So I know a lot of people have asked, and they said they're appreciative because not all of the giveaways are open to Canada. It's one thing we've always wanted to do, just because I know it's a whole other country and viewership worth of people. It costs us more, but we definitely want to make sure we give everybody the opportunity that supports us to give back.
So Land Rover Life, that's the guy. He's the one who just put in the $111 order from Australia. Now he needs a Barra Mustang. So if you guys see that $100 order value and you get scared because you don't think you have a chance, he's from down under, so he's technically not eligible. But United States residents and freaking eligible Canadian residents are open for the giveaway. So how you doing, Mike from Divine?
What's up, Mike?
Mike, me and Ty were talking. I was like talking to Ty. I was like, man, Mike, how old is freaking Mike? Because he's gray hair. And then, what did you say? How
He's
old,
like
Mike?
24.
How old? He said you're 24 and you just got like the
Jack
freaking.
Frost.
You got the gray hairs and stuff like that. And we just got another order too. 34.
Alan Dang.
Alan Dang.
Got a key tag and a leather patch beanie. So people are loving the leather patch beanies, which I'm
He's-
excited about.
oh.
We were
Freaking everybody tell Mike from Divine Media happy birthday because today's his birthday.
there you go.
Happy freaking birthday.
Oh,
Ooh,
got another Cody Freeman. So if you're on there, Cody, we just ordered him a zip-up hoodie and some stickers. So
Zip-up
We
hoodie and
appreciate
some
that.
stickers. I'm in
Appreciate
Cortez,
that.
Colorado. Love watching your videos. Want to say hi. Thanks, Cameron. Happy birthday to Mike. Should we just sing happy birthday? See, it's weird now that I'm like a dad. I don't mind singing happy birthday. Like I'll frickin' sing happy birthday. I'll sing happy birthday to Ty right now.
I mean, my birthday's not for like 7 months, so
All right, so we won't sing happy birthday
I'm
to
getting
Ty.
old. I'm way older than Mike, that's for sure.
How old are you?
28.
Oh! I mean, I'm 27, so we're freaking
Yeah.
we're getting up there. So, I wonder how old Wyatt's younger than us, huh?
Yeah.
He's
I don't
what?
know.
Is he
I think
25?
I think he's like 25.
Guess how old Cletus is. Everybody, take a guess at how old Cletus is. That's
No, but don't be giving out
what
his secrets.
he's.
Someone said you should watch the Rainy Day Supra. And honestly, it's not that bad.
Do
It's
like
just
a
the
sat
paint-
do like a
it's just the
satisfied.
paint is just like matte. It's just faded. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's just dusty. It's not
Somebody
that
thinks he's 69.
bad. Someone said he's 34, 25. Yeah. He's around 25. We'll just say that.
Less than
Wow.
20. But getting up there, Trev. I'm 54. Steve Lowe, man. I just turned 24, I think. Yep. Is Ty's birthday in May?
No, July.
My birthday's in May.
Trevor's May. Mine's in July. Yeah.
Garrett is 24. Yeah,
There you go, man.
there it is. He's a baby. So should we cut this bad boy off for about an hour? We got about
Is that what we're about?
8 minutes left.
8 minutes. Any other guys have any other
These
specific
youngsters,
questions,
man.
super chats, orders you want us to give us a shout out? You got 8 minutes left. We're gonna try and cram as much in here as we can. Hopefully you guys are
Any good
got
questions?
some of your wonders answered. If you
Yeah,
would.
hopefully. So somebody, Salvage Boys wants me to sing him a freaking good night song.
Someone asked me for a drift build. No, I'm not honestly that interested in drifting. I'll be honest.
So one of the things that I really want to
Just
do
not into it.
is so as you guys seen when we just got to order $52.88. Who is it?
Josh Gengler. He
Josh
got him,
Gengler. Appreciate it, Josh.
Mountain Badge T-shirt and leather patch beanie. So
Ooh,
yeah, appreciate that.
that's awesome. So as you guys seen when we were in Florida, I was like, Ty, go run a pass, and he actually ran a faster pass in the Audi than I did. He did an 11.8. I did a 12.0 pretty much. So he freaking driver modded me for
Driver
some
mod
reason.
Trevor in the Audi.
But so Ty talks all kinds of crap. Like, so if I'm drag racing the Civic, he's like, "Oh, that 1-2 shift, I think you do it," or "Were you dogging it on the line?" Or just like he makes it sound like I'm like not doing it right or something like that. So what I'm gonna start doing is like, when that happens, I'm gonna be like, "All right, you get in there. Let's see what you got." So that's ooh, we
Another
just
order
got,
from Austin Awanes.
what did Austin order?
He got him a long sleeve and a sponsor hoodie. So,
Ooh, man,
so
that's.
appreciate that, Austin. Thank
Long sleeves and sponsor hoodies are where it's at. So right now I'm wearing a long sleeve and the zip up thing, and that's one of my favorite things. So so with the Civic, I'm gonna tell Ty, get in there, and freaking let's see what you could do, okay? If you're gonna freaking talk all kinds of crap on me, all right? And then same thing with the drift car. So he's always telling me that I'm driving like a freaking like
Well, I use it as like a negative reinforcement. I'm like,
negative reinforcement.
quit being a you know, Sally.
Quit being a
In
Sally.
hopes that you'll just, you know.
No,
give her the sauce.
he's not doing it motivation.
Give her
He's
the
like, dude,
sauce.
you freaking suck, man.
I don't say you
Like,
suck. I say, smash them gears. Give it harder. You need your.
I don't know. Well, next time he does that, he's hopping in.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give it a go.
And then we'll see what it does. Put it on the door. Tell Ty don't talk about it, be about it. There we are. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm case swapping my wife. Man, take a sleeper Civic to Mexico.
I mean, hopefully, when it gets fully built, it'll be.
Can I talk crap and come drive your car? I don't think it's that simple. It's mostly just Ty because he freaking has to put up with me on a, on a daily basis. So he gets to drive it too. So that C10 got sold, mate. Damn.
I'm sure it was cheap. That was cheap.
Man, I would have freaking liked it. If anybody if you guys are on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace, and you see like something unique, something crazy, screenshot it, send me a DM, shoot me the link, whatever it is. I want to see it. I want to buy it. I want to buy stuff. I actually thought about Ty didn't approve of this video idea. I thought buying a new car every day for a month. Yeah. I mean, that's because that's like the favorite thing to do is buy freaking cars on YouTube. If you're a YouTuber and you like cars, you just freaking buy cars, and that's how you get your content. So buying a new car every day for a month, I think that'd be sick, and then like kind of try to sell them in between there too. So it's not like you're just getting like 31 freaking cars in a month. It's like you're kind of like buying them, and then you're like kind of selling them, and you're kind of buying more, and then, I think that sounds like a lot of stuff. So how did I meet Ty? I met Ty because of one of my buddies, my buddy that went to jail. He actually was buying some Honda parts from him, and was like talking about it, and then he was gonna go buy something from him, and then Ty and his brother were at the gym, and then I drove over there in my Datsun, and then Ty's brother had like the Civic, and then we just started talking about stuff, and then we kind of started hanging out and doing stuff. But that was like freaking what, like 8 or 9 years ago.
9 years ago, something like that.
It was when I was in high school still, and I think
I had just gotten out of high school.
Yeah.
I think
So-
I was in college at the time.
So Ty's been around for a long time. Why did your buddy go to jail, or is it too personal? I mean, just
Drugs.
Drugs is pretty much all it
Pretty
is.
much what it
Just
is, yeah.
drugs and doing silly things and getting back out and doing more silly things, and so that's pretty much it. But the only thing wrong was supposedly the fuel pump. Wow. How did the BC coils do on the R8? Dude, so when we first put the BC coils, they were like in the middle of like 15 clicks because it's 32-way adjustable and kind of soft. So like it was kind of like that Cadillac feel, where not Cadillac. It was like not a stiff sports car. But then when we went to the track, I clicked them down like 6 clicks. So it was like 24 or whatever. And 22, whatever it is. So like 3/4 of the way stiff. And I didn't really notice much on the track because you couldn't, I don't know, because windows were down, you're just driving on the track. It just, I wasn't able to really feel it then. But as soon as we got out to the street, like I could hear the road noise a little bit more and then the bumps. And I didn't really like it at first. I was like, oh man, this is too stiff. This is going to suck for the way home. But then probably about 3 hours into it, I was like, man, this feels nice. Like you just feel the bumps. You feel them, but you didn't like feel them like.
Just feel connected.
You just felt. It felt like a freaking race car is what it felt like. It felt tight. So I think it's kind of the perfect setting for driving right now. And then definitely when I go to the track, I might even stiffen them up a little bit more. Somebody said, how was the drive in the R8? I mean the R8 was, pretty tight.
It wasn't, honestly, like after a couple hours, you forget you're even driving an R8. It feels like you're just driving another,
it felt like
an Audi. It was like you're driving any other Audi.
We're just
honestly.
driving an Audi. That sounds pretty cool. Somebody said, what is the fastest I've ever gone? I would say on my crotch rocket, and that was on a 2007 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R, and I think I did what it was governed at, which is, maybe it wasn't.
67.
The speedometer said 170. I think they're governed at 188. Something like that. I did 170 via the speedometer on my ZX10 is as fast as I've been.
I went 187 on my BMW, and it was the speedometer wasn't like tuned, so it stopped. It stops at 187, but my RPMs were still climbing, so probably like 190. So
Yeah.
which is pretty sketch.
He had a BMW S1000RR, and it was like a 2015. Talk about a freaking hell of a bike. That thing
Yeah, that
was
was
just. That's like
insane.
all the technology, just like bloop, like there you go. Freaking here's a 200.
It's like the Audi R8 of.
How much horsepower do they have?
201 or
Yeah,
210, something like that.
200 horsepower on like a 600-pound bike.
Not
Like,
even. It was like 490.
okay, yeah, here you go. So I don't ride bikes anymore. When I was a youngin, like in high school, that I literally like could not freaking like. I couldn't go to sleep without thinking of freaking crotch rockets and motorcycles and bikes and stuff like that. So my first bike, when I was actually before I even had my license, I got a '94 Ninja ZX9, and then I had a Gixxer 600, and then I had a CBR 600, and then I had a ZX10, and then I sold it, and then I got a Gixxer 1000, and then I bought another ZX10, and then I haven't bought another one since. So, but yeah, freaking yeah, bikes are freaking scary, man. They're
They're
I
fun.
mean,
it's like it's
I
such a unique feeling, but it's.
I love them, but I
sketchy.
just don't like anybody else on the street when you're on them, and then when you ride them on the street, you just want to do belligerent things, and then when you're doing those things, nobody sees you, and so it's just better to not have one. So, Total One, sell one, keep one. Civic, Supra, and Art. Total One, sell one, and keep one. Damn.
I think that's pretty easy. I mean,
What?
I'd sell the R8, total the Civic, and keep the Supra.
You think?
I think so.
I mean, I don't want to freaking total any of them. It's
I
kind
mean,
of.
do you have to be in the car when you total it? Because that kind of changes things too. Because I wouldn't want to be in the Civic when it totals.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
Last
don't-
Honda I was in, I got totaled. It was not fun. So.
You have the dad mindset, man. I do have the dad mindset. I got the dad bod too. Like you guys, like I reshared this thing the other day, and it was like this frog, like sitting on the toilet or something like that, or it was like a frog that was sitting there, and it was like how you look when you get out of the shower, and it was like this like naked frog. Well, I mean it was just a frog, but it was like
Yeah.
I forgot what it was, but I was like, yeah, that's me. Freaking getting out of the show. Ooh, $35 order. Who is it?
Felipe Garcia, you got him a WRX C-Lamp tee, so headlight tee. So thanks, Felipe, if you're in here.
Yeah, Felipe, appreciate. First video I saw Trevor's was the first Power Stroke he rebuilt. Been watching every upload since. Well, I appreciate that. Got any dad jokes? Not, man, I don't know. I don't really have any dad jokes. I usually freaking, I don't know. I can make Carson laugh by doing crazy stuff to her. So one of the things I was doing to Carson today is I was picking her up by her legs, like right kind of under her kneecaps, and I was like holding her like way up here, and then I would just drop her, and then like the look on her face was just freaking priceless because she thought she was freaking getting like, you know, she just thought she was free falling, and then I just catch her, and it was a good time. And then if you guys want like the most entertainment for like the cheapest dollars, go to Walmart. And in the cat section, right by the cat toys, they have a laser pointer that's shaped like a cat or like a mouse. It's like $4, and you just make your dogs go crazy. I know everybody knows that trick, but I feel like everybody forgets about that trick, and they forget about how cool it is. So go buy yourself a freaking laser pointer and just drive your cat or your dog, or like maybe like these holidays, just keep it in your pocket, and like when you go to your family's house, just, you know, all the kids will freaking go crazy watching the cats and dogs go nuts over freaking laser pointers. I just forgot, like, I forgot about laser pointers, and then they go freaking crazy. But yeah, freaking Dolly, I've never seen her more alive than freaking chasing a damn laser pointer. So, Tough Mounts Australia is making a Barrett S550 mount kits in 2020. I just reshared that today on my Facebook. Guys, somebody tagged me in it on the Motion Auto Facebook page, Facebook group, and then sent it to the thing, and then I reshared it on mine. And my kids chased them too. That was funny. So talking about the laser pointers is when I got home, Carson was playing with Dolly with the laser pointer, and she told me to do it, and then she started barking and running up and down the hallway chasing the laser. So who's making Trevor shade his beard tonight? Probably Probably not, man. I just shaved this thing today. I trimmed this thing all up. I felt like it got it all nice. Can't even remember the first video I saw of yours. Remember watching back when the drift car is pretty much the only content. So, we have 600 people here. We don't have that many thumbs up. Can we get to 600 thumbs up? And if everybody could comment, anybody who's not sleeping by now, everybody could comment, say the first video they watched of me. Who's making Trevor say bloop again? Bloop. Is that? It's the point.
Did you
Trying to
already
get
do
them
that?
super chats up.
Did you do the integration already? Did you film
No,
it?
no, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I didn't. That's nice.
Dollar Shave Club, boys. I got an ad is coming soon, boys.
Coming your way.
Coming soon.
Gotta keep the lights on.
Yeah, we gotta pay for the rent somehow. Lambo kills. Paint job on the Supra, Ty's car. Bloop. Why do people want me to?
Because you were saying bloop. You're going bloop. You go bloop. That's what you were saying.
What was I saying bloop about?
About, I think Dolly and the laser.
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. I don't know.
Haven't missed one since Nicole's 1J swap.
Sweet.
Super time lapse. The BP station. What is the BP station? Is the Subaru giveaway open to Canadian viewers? Yes. Eligible ones, I think, excluding Quebec.
Yeah, so just check. If you don't have an eligibility, like there's the eligibilities on the website. So yeah, I mean, you have to be like 18, legal resident, certain areas, or like Quebec, unfortunately, aren't included because of their laws there or something like that. But
Evo vids. Man, I wish I could go back and redo the Evo videos. That would have been such a gold mine of like content if I would have just filmed it right and like. I was just such a goof. I did a video, Motion on TV Mondays, and it was like a 30-second blurb of like what I did at the Evo that week, which was like a lot of stuff, and then like me buying a random car and like working on a Power Stroke and.
giveaway ends the 31st. I saw a comment about that.
Oh, yeah.
End of the year. So New Year's Eve is the last day. So.
Yeah, New Year's Eve, basically December 31st at 11:59 via my computer is the
Mountain
last.
Standard Time if you want.
Yeah, Mountain Standard Time. The last day we will do a lot of countdowns and stuff like on the website and then actually on like Instagram and all that stuff too. Just so you guys know that that your entries are getting counted and you're not like a day late or something like that. Which hopefully you guys get your entries in sooner. But I understand everybody likes to wait till the last minute to do stuff too. Super Primer, Never Ending Saga, the Evo build. Oh, so my dad is actually doing really well. He's really sore. He basically just has his broken finger and that's it. But his neck hurts, his back hurts. He's just kind of sore. He's moving around. I went and picked him up the other day in the R8 and we went and had lunch. So I think that's
Should we do a?
that's-
Who's that?
I think that's Brandon.
Oh,
Brandon got a new car today. I told him not to do it. He financed it. I don't like financing things.
Should we do a burnout?
He told me
Should we do
a burnout. Oh, what?
Our live stream burnout for the OGs.
Man, I forgot about the live stream burnouts. All right, so if we could get to 600 likes, I'll do a burnout. What could we do a burnout in?
The only thing that runs right now is the Mustang.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so 600 likes, we'll do a freaking burnout. So you guys better get up there. So live stream bloop. So if you guys don't remember the last all the previous live streams that I've pretty much done on YouTube, and I actually just pretty much forgot, is we always end them with a burnout. So I think that's kind of what we're gonna try to do here. But we got to get to 600 freaking likes. We're gonna get it to 600 likes. Come on, 600, 282. We got to get it. 600 likes. I'll do a burnout. Oh my goodness. I think they're gonna pressure wash something. So I got cameras at the shop. So if you guys see me looking up there, that's just because I'm seeing what's going on outside and inside and all that stuff. What's he pressure washing?
He's gonna spray it off, I think, or something. He said I need to spray something off on it real quick.
It's like 15 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
It's freaking cold outside. How about 400? So somebody's trying to negotiate 400 likes. I might need to make a lot more accounts.
I mean, there's not that many likes, so.
Last burnout I remember is the Vic or the drift car. The Crown Vic's just chilling. There's only 569.
In the chat, I'm showing 670.
6 people.
So we got 300 people. So, oh, you know what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to get the we're gonna have to start it. We're gonna have to jump it because the battery's dead. If you guys want to see the burnout, all right, I'll do it for 400. How about that? 400 likes. I gotta move some stuff. We gotta do this. Look at this. You guys haven't been out in the shop in a little while, I guess. I haven't been out in the shop very much today. It was kind of chilly. What? Yeah. Can you guys hear like the pressure washer in the background? It worked. I'm a great neighbor. Look at this. So we got the WWWX. If you guys haven't got yourself entered for a freaking chance to win this thing, you guys need to. We got the Mustang that's on the Koenig wheels now. This thing looks pretty sweet. Really stoked on that. And then we got the R8. This is one of my favorite things right now. Ty, we got a $39 order. Who was it? Donald Caden, what did he order?
I got him a maroon hard work tee. So,
Woo! Go ask Brandon if you tell him to quit. Brandon quit. Brandon came over, he just got a new car and he wants to pressure wash, but it's like 15 degrees outside. Because I have the convenient pressure washer. Yeah, let me pop the hood on this Mustang because we gotta... The battery's freaking like all the way chooched in it. It just doesn't work. Frozen door jams in 3, 2, 1. Huh?
told him it's gonna freeze, and he's all no.
Oh, it's gonna freeze. All right, Ty, do you wanna hold this real quick?
Yeah.
He got a Lexus RC 350.
RC 350 F Sport. Yeah, if you want a set of BCs and they're not on the website, send us an email and I can get them. We can get it situated for you. They're just. I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Yeah, dude, this look how it's weird that the 20s look just like at home on the Mustang. They just look perfect on the Mustang. They look at home. You're good. There's a. I mean, do you want a good one?
I just want to put some shit on
Natural
microfiber.
side's like pretty good. You're gonna freeze, dude. You're gonna get pneumonia. Yeah, the RPF ones are also too small. They're 18s.
Well, they're not too small. They're just really wide because they're 10.5s all the way around.
Mm.
These ones I think look freaking sick.
Someone said the CRX. Yeah, that's probably gonna be after a few builds, but we definitely want to do it. Yeah, I'm not a Mustang guy, and I love the way the S550s look. I think they're so clean, and then they have IRS and everything. It's like,
I feel like it's kind of like an import
yeah.
freaking like muscle car kind of.
Is this a cleaner? Or is that wax?
No, it doesn't have wax on it. It's wax free.
Like, you can wash it?
Yeah, it'll work. It's just a quick detailer.
Hey Brandon, stick your tongue to it.
Stick your tongue, Brandon. Stick to it. The black Supra, this one? What about, it's the retirement fund.
That is a retirement fund. I do need to do a watch video would be kind of cool. Do you think this thing will start? Are we at 400 likes yet? Should we do a burnout?
328.
Oh man, you guys.
My donuts.
You guys.
Video of my donuts out over there.
What were you doing?
Fuck that stuff.
Yeah, it's not the first IRS. I know like Terminators had it and stuff, but it's just cool that they brought them back now. So
What? I mean, look at the headlights. Just the headlights look freaking cool.
the rears, I think the
It
taillights
has
look dope.
a turbo 4-cylinder in it. Like, that's
Like,
kind of like.
I mean,
that's
they had them in
cool.
the 80s, but
I mean, I know. Yeah, I mean,
But they kinda
it's
sucked.
kind of cool that it it's an import car. It has IRS. It has dope headlights. It kind of looks like it could be like an S16. You know, like a Nissan S16.
someone asked why the engine isn't out. Because it has to go for inspection tomorrow,
Yeah. So
and then it'll be ripped out.
I lost a piece of the paperwork to get the rebuilt from salvage title stuff, which I did a long time ago. And so all I need to do is get it inspected by the state patrol tomorrow morning, and then we're gonna, as soon as I get all that paperwork done, go to the courthouse, get the title in my name, just make sure all that stuff's good before I turn it basically kind of into a race car.
Should we get a cold start on it? Cold start? Tips on growing your channel, 1,300 subs. Just keep putting out content. Just put out content that you would want to watch. Let's get a cold start, boys. Yeah, Brandon has the 6 liter now, and he lifted it. He put an 8-inch lift and wheels and tires on it. It's actually pretty sick. Yeah, JTP does, but it's like super expensive. No, the Mustang is gonna be a drift car, so it's gonna be the new drift chassis. So no giveaway. Trevor wants to put a diesel, like a 7.3 in a Vic. Oh, the Crown Vic? No, it's just at Garrett's. We're gonna try and go down there and throw another radiator in it and stuff, and then try and get it sent for the next burnout down there for the burnout competition at Cletus and Cars in Florida. Two, 3 in the CRX. No, it's K. The CRX is K ready. It used to have a K series, so we're gonna put another K series in it because it's ready for a K series. What happened?
So the key
Died.
and it's not recognizing the key. And I was even using it as a booper. I was going boop with it, and it wasn't. So I need to get a battery for this thing, so it ain't gonna start. Plus, we didn't get to 400 likes, so that means you guys don't get a burnout. I think. Do you think that's what that means?
I think that seems because everything else here doesn't do burnouts.
All-wheel drive, all-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and then all-wheel drive. Everything's all-wheel drive. What happened, bud? Everything went all-wheel drive.
Actually, we have one thing.
Saab, or I don't remember. 4G63. Yeah, Trevor had an Evo that he built, and he did a built like bottom end and everything in an Evo. There's a channel on that. Oh, he's gonna do a burnout in the only thing that can do a burnout. No, the BMW is all-wheel drive. Jeez, Brandon, he's been ripping that thing. R8 cold start. Dude, the R8 is so loud when it cold starts. It's ridiculous. Brandon, you're gonna get pneumonia, dude. It's cold. Dave has this VR4 build. Dave does. Chain it to the lift. I mean, could, but let's just look at this WRX though. It's gonna be one of your guys's here soon. Oh, and guys, there is some more power mods coming to this thing. We actually are gonna get a Cobb Pro Tune on it, so, and maybe some flex fuel. So we're hooking that up. So maybe so more power coming to the WRX here soon. So get yourself entered. Are you gonna do a dirt bike burnout? Oh, let me see a super chat. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Guess you don't watch Creed's video. Gave the Crown Vic closer look. It's real bad. Oh, he said that Creedus looked at the Vic today in his video. He said it's really. It says it's dickered. I don't know. Yeah, we haven't watched it yet. Well, the WXB smog legal. So we're trying to. It still has cats and everything, and then the decibels on the Greddy is pretty low. So I don't know, like if you're in California, what the California stuff is, because it does have like an aftermarket airbox and stuff, and I don't know if that counts, but it's, as of right now, it still has cats and everything, and no check engine lights. Doesn't have any check engine lights or anything, but so as far as international goes, we can only do U.S. and Australia, or U.S. and Canada right now.
All right. The question is, are they ready for a burnout?
I don't know.
Are you ready for the Lexo to smoke the R8?
It's not. You have to put a lot of money into that thing.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Really dump a fucking LS in it.
Hey, Bud, your bombs. Your F words. Can't cuss.
Sorry, kids.
It's all good. It's fine. Okay, Trevor. It's the only time it's probably driven in like 8 months. That's why I started. There you go. Hell yeah.
Call 911.
So that was sixth gear. Sixth gear rev limiter. So
There you go.
we actually needed a new tire anyhow. So,
Okay.
There you go.
You better show the world the,
so that's it. So
the RC that's gonna eat up the R8.
yeah.
Mm.
So all right, guys. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate all the super chats and the orders. And we'll probably see you guys probably tomorrow or the next day. We're gonna yank the engine out of this thing and start mocking up the 2J. So, and we'll look at Brandon's thing too. So see you guys later.
Hey, somebody want to ride over with me and get the truck? It's just right
Hold
there at Liberty Motors.